The business coaching that I offer will range from a 90-day planning day, which you attend once every 3 months and identify the areas that you need to work on, right the way through to weekly coaching. And anybody who works with an action coach needs to be confident that they can see that the business improvement system that we all use is going to benefit their business.
Good morning.
I started the business in 2005, so we're just about 7 years old now. Towards the end of 2008 was when the credit crunch really hit, and for December 08, Jan 09 and Feb 09 we did about a quarter of what we normally do. We started thinking about a mission statement in what Credo was all about, which was to be one of the biggest asset finance provider in East Anglia. And practically what Roger helps with, he looks at all areas of your business, both staff, financial, sales, how many sales you're making, how many sales you're making to the same customer, your profit margin, the average price of your sale, and your success rate. And just by increasing those 5 elements by a small percentage makes a massive difference to your bottom line.
It's a series of strategies which is based around, first of all, assessing that the owner has got mastery of their business, that they've got a business that is ready to grow, then looking at growing the profits within that business once that the business can be seen to be in control and is viable. Then you start looking at the business efficiencies by implementation of systems and working on reducing the owner's time within the business, and finally working on coaching and developing a high-performance team.
We had a very laid-back approach before we went into this process. Too much of the business was dependent upon me when Roger first got involved, which is a limiting factor. You can't have one person in an organisation that does everything. So with Roger's help, we've recruited and delegated tasks and roles to free my time. My role is now purely getting that business through the door and promoting the company.
Today is a business planning day. Essentially, it's a chance for them to take one day out of their business every 3 months to decide in detail what they need to do in the next 13 weeks or 90 days. And then they leave today with between 5 and 7 goals that they need to work on in the next 13 weeks.
It's such a personal thing that you need to get involved with somebody very much on a face-to-face basis in order for coaching really to work. What Roger's helped me do is put in place the plans to expand my staff, which I've recently done, and that's given me now the time and opportunity to look at expanding my sales force around the country and develop an increased turnover within the business.
I was very anti it to start with. I thought, you know, I don't need more hassle. But having met Roger, he persuaded me to give it a go, and it's been brilliant.
I mean, I've been working dawn till dusk, putting up retail orders, which anybody could do.
I'm tired now, but I'm not stressed. The business is kind of going the way I wanted it to go when I started it 26 years ago. He's making me think of the next 26 years as opposed to just get through this week. And we've almost trebled our turnover this year from last year just by having Roger for 3 months telling us how to do things and suggesting improvements.
He's helped us understand, you know, how important the bottom line is, how important all the figures are, and really has sort of given us an education. Yeah.
Anybody who is interested in seeing some level of guidance and gaining some level of input into their business, all they need to do is to contact me and book the complimentary coaching session. We'll use that session to determine what program is right for them. Everything we do is underpinned by a guarantee, and as long as the client carries out the actions that we agree in the coaching sessions, then we guarantee that they will get a return on investment from the end of the 4th month.
It was a hard decision to make using Roger back then. We'd lost 3/4 of our turnover. It wasn't the time to be investing in additional overheads, but it was the best money I ever spent. It moved the business on tenfold.
You may need to think about how am I going to engage them and get them above the line.
We wouldn't have done that without Roger.